Children, in the previous two videos we have studied many concepts of set theory. In this video we will take up many more concepts. So children, first of all you need to understand what is a subset. So see children, if there is a set A like this, supposing 1, 2, 3 and 4, and I make a set like 1, 2, or I make a set like 3, 4, 2, or I make a set like 1, 2, 3, 4, or I make a set like 1, 2, 3 like this. I pick up some elements of A, maybe 1, 2, 3, 4 or all, and make a set. So if you find that if all the elements of this set are present in A, then yes, 1, 2 and 1, 2 is present over here. If all elements of this set are present in this set, supposing this I call by set B1, this I call by B2, this I call by B3 name, and this is B4, and maybe I form a set B5 like this, 1, 2, 3, 5, a set B6 like 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So if you want to check whether a given set is subset of A or not, subset of the given set, if you want to check, so what you have to see, all the elements of this set, are they present over here? Yes. Therefore this is subset of this. And how do we write this thing? We write as B1 subset of A. This is the symbol used for subset. Because all elements of B1 are present in A, B1 is subset of A, and I write A is superset of B1, both the things. A is superset of B1 and B1 is subset of A. Are all elements of B2 present over here? Yes. All are present. Therefore B2 is also a subset of A. And therefore A is a superset of B2 and all those things. Are elements of B3 present over here? Yes. So B3 is a subset of A. Now children, you can see B3 and A are equal sets. But still I will call it a subset because all elements of B3 are present in A. Therefore it is a subset, but it will not be a proper subset. It will not be called a proper subset. It will be a subset, but it will not be a proper subset because B3 and A are equal sets. So what will be a proper subset, children? Proper subset will be a set containing all elements which are present in this set, but then these two should not be equal sets. If these two have become equal sets, then this is improper subset of A. We think like this. Fine. All elements of B4 are present over here? Yes. So B4 is subset of A. All elements of B5 are present in A? No, 5 is not present. So therefore, this is not subset of A. Similarly, B6 is not subset of A. This way we think. And we accept the point that null set will be subset of every set. A, B, C, null set, whatever. Null set will be subset of every set. And as you can see, if A is 1, 2, 3, 4, again I write one more set M which is 1, 2, 3, 4. That will be A only. So every set will be subset of itself. Every set will be subset of itself. That we take the point. Because whatever elements are there in this A, they will be in this A also. Therefore A will be subset of A. Null set will be subset of every set. Null set will be subset of null set also. Because null set is subset of every set. So that is what I talked about subset, how to check whether a set is subset of given set or not. And now children, please remember, supposing A has got elements A and B. What can be the subsets of A? See, null set is subset of every set. Then set A will come, having only one element. Then I can form B, and then I can form AB. How many subsets are there? 4. Similarly, if A is ABC, then its subsets can be null set A, B, C, A, B, BC, AB, ABC. How many are there? Count. There must be 8. If A is equal to ABCD, so null set will be 1, A will be another, B, C, this is one element. Then I take two elements. See, that is the pattern. 0 element, 1 element, then 2 element. 0 elements, 1 element, 2 element, 3 element. 0 element, 1 element, now two elements. AB, AC, AD. Then take with B, BC, BD, and then CD. So pairing of 2 2 is over. There is no other pair for 2 elements. Let's go for 3 3. So A, B, C. I leave out D. Then I leave out C. A, B, D. Then I leave out B. A, C, D. Then I leave out A, B, C, D. And finally 4. A, B, C, D. Count, they are 16. So when there are 2 elements, the number of subsets are 4, means 2 raised to 2. When there are 3 elements, the number of subsets are 8, means 2 raised to 3. When there are 4 elements, the number of subsets are 16, means 2 raised to 4. That means if a set has got m elements, the number of subsets will be 2 raised to m. Please remember this formula. If number of elements in a set is m, the number of subsets will be 2 raised to m. Please understand. Children, when we put all the subsets of a given set in another set, all these are put in another set. So this becomes power set of A, we write like this. So power set of a set will be a set containing all the subsets of a set. Power set of a set will be a set containing all the subsets of a set. Power set of a set will be a set containing all subsets of the given set. Power set of a set will be equal to a set containing all subsets of a set, like this. So this is power set of A, here this will be power set of A, and here this will be the power set of A. Remember? So please remember, children, set, these are sets and they are elements for PA. Please understand. When we write comma, comma, these become elements for this set. So when we separate the things by comma, that means these are elements. Actually, they are sets also. They are sets also, but they are elements also for this set, PA. Please understand nicely. So what is power set? You have understood. Power set is the set of all the subsets of a given set. How many elements will come in a power set? Equal to number of subsets. And how many subsets will be there? 2 raised to m, if there are m elements in a set. Like this we think. So children, if number of elements in A is 4, then number of elements in PA will be what? Number of elements in power set means number of subsets of A, that will be 2 raised to 4, means how much? 16. If number of elements in A is 6, therefore number of elements in power set of A means number of subsets of A, that will be 2 raised to 6, that will be 64. Like this, please understand. If A is 5, A is null set. What are the number of elements in A? 0. What will be the number of elements in power set of A? 2 raised to 0, means only 1. So which element will be there in power set of A? You have to think like this. A is a null set. So how to write power set of A? A set containing all the subsets of A. There is only one subset of A, that is null set. So null set. Like this, please understand. So this power set has got only one element. Now this becomes an element. Only one element. So about subsets and power sets. Children, I wrote all the subsets of the set A when it had two elements A and B, then A, B, C, then A, B, C, D. Now I ask you one question. If set A has got 10 elements, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, 10 elements. How many subsets will be there which will contain only one element? That will be set with A, set with B, set with C, set with D, E, F, 10 elements. What I am saying, how many subsets will be there which will contain only one element? So only one element, that will be A, B, C, and like that up to J. How many? 10. ठीक है? How many subsets will be there which will contain two elements? So I will write A, B, A, C, A, D up to A, J. Then I will have B A is over. I will have B, C, B, D up to B, J. Then I will have with C, C, D, C, E up to C, J. Then I will have D, E, D, F up to D, J. And finally I will have like this I, J. है ना? So far then E, F will consider all those things. So children, now you can find out and estimate. This will become a very difficult task as the number of elements in A will increase. If I ask you to write down all the subsets having 3 elements, so A, B, C, A, B, D, A, E, F, so many will come. If I want to ask you how many subsets will be there containing 6 elements, 7 elements, 8 elements, 9 elements, 10 elements. So for that, first watch the bridge course video of permutation and combination. Understand children, when I want subsets containing only one element, subsets containing one element, so out of 10 elements are given to me, I choose any one element to make a subset at a given time. To make a subset containing one element, I will take one element at a time from all the 10. So how many subsets will be there? Subsets containing one element, that will be 10C1. If you can recall, out of 10 I am taking up one at a time to make a subset. So 10C1 and that will be 10, you can calculate after watching that video. So there will be 10 subsets containing one element each. And now you know how to get 2 element subsets. Number of subsets containing 2 elements will be 10C2, that will be 10 factorial, 8 factorial, 2 factorial, find out. If you want number of elements containing set 3 elements like A, B, C, A, B, D, E, F, G, E, F, H and all those, how many subsets will be there which will be containing 3 elements? So that will be 10C3, that will be 10 factorial upon 7 factorial and 3 factorial. And now you know you can find out the number of elements, number of subsets, containing a particular number of elements. Number you can find out. How many subsets will be there? Please note children, this important point, it is not given in the textbook. Please note. After the subset, then what else is to be taught? Subsets of a real number. Children, see. You know the set n, that is 1, 2, 3, dot, dot, dot. Then comes z or whole numbers, that is 0, 1, 2, 3, dot, dot, dot. Then we have z plus minus 1, plus minus 2, plus minus 3, plus minus 4, dot, dot, dot. Then you have got q, which is p by q, where p belongs to z, q belongs to z, and q is not 0. So you have said T, the set of irrational numbers, and T will contain only irrational numbers, means it will contain all the real numbers minus the rational numbers. We think like this. R minus Q means from the entire set of real numbers, you throw out all the rational numbers and remaining all R, T, we write like this. So T will be the set of irrational numbers containing all those real numbers which are not rational numbers. And we can present this in a very systematic way. Supposing this is N, set N, then W contains all the elements of N. So this is subset of W because all elements of N are included here. So W will come over here, a bigger set. All elements of N are included in W. So N is a set of W. All elements of W are present in Z. So Z becomes a still bigger set. And W is a subset of Z. We think like this. All integral numbers are present over here. So this becomes a Q, yet bigger number. So this is subset of Q also. And then all other numbers are irrational numbers. So I make a big box. This box contains all the rational number, all the real numbers. So this circle contains all natural numbers. This circle will contain all whole numbers. This circle will contain all integers. This circle will contain all the rational numbers. Outside it will lie T, all the rational numbers, and all of them make up the set of real numbers. We can think like this. This is the pictorial view to understand what is happening. So N is subset of W, W is subset of Z, Z is subset of Q, and Q is subset of R, because entire Q is in R. T is also a subset of R, but N is not a subset of T. Natural numbers are not in T. W is not a subset of T. Z is not a subset of T. Q is not a subset of T. Like this we think. Please pause and copy, children. Very important. See, children, if there is a number line like this and there are numbers over it 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, minus 1, minus 2 and minus 3. Supposing I ask you to write all the numbers between 0 and 5. Between 0 and 5. Between 0 and 5 means boundary numbers are not included. Between 0 and 5, matlab we have to exclude 0 and 5. So look at my question, write all the numbers between 0 and 5. I asked you to write all the numbers between 0 and 5. So maybe you will give this answer, but that is wrong. Because here also there are certain numbers. I didn't say write all the natural numbers between 1 and 5. I told write the numbers between 1 and 5. So answer cannot, between supposing 0 and 5. So answer cannot be 1, 2, 3, 4. Because there are some numbers here also, some numbers here also like this. If I would have told you write all the natural numbers between 0 and 5, then this answer is correct. But if I say write all the numbers between 0 and 5, then this cannot be the answer because you are not writing the numbers in between these integers which you should be writing. So let us try to write all those numbers. Which is the next number to 0? Between 0 and 5, exclude 0 and write the next number. So which is the next number to 0? 0.1. But 0.01 comes before that. But again 0.001 comes before that. But 0.0001 comes before that also. So now you don't know which is the number next to 0. So it is virtually impossible for you to list down all the numbers between 0 and 5. Because after 0, which is the next number, you don't know. There will be infinite real numbers over here. So we cannot write them in list form. So to write all the numbers, real numbers between given two numbers, to overcome the inconvenience of writing all the infinite real numbers between given two numbers, we introduce the concept of intervals. Intervals. This is a convenience for us because you know you cannot write the real numbers, you cannot list down all the real numbers between given two numbers. So we don't write in list form. How do we write? Just like I said, write all the real numbers between 0 and 5. So I will write like this, 0 and 5. This small bracket means the boundary number is not included, but all the intermediate numbers are included. If I say write all the numbers between 0 and 5 including 0 and 5, so we write like this, including 0 and 5, I will write like this, square bracket. Square bracket means the boundary number is included. Small bracket means boundary number is not included. All intermediate numbers are included in both. Write all the numbers between 0 and 5 including 0, not including 5. Including 0, not including 5, like this. All the numbers between 0 and 5, not including 0, including 5. Not including 0, including 5, like this. So this thing is called open interval. Open interval, because both the sides are open, both the boundary points not included. When both the boundary points included, it is called a closed interval. Here it is closed open, and this is open closed. So 4 types of intervals we are having. Children, please remember, this will be 0, this will be plus infinity, this will be minus infinity. Last number we never know, because we don't know this number, but infinity we will never close the interval. Infinity and minus infinity, interval will never close, it will be always found to be open, because we don't know the definiteness of the numbers at the extreme points. If I want to write all the positive real numbers, R plus means all the positive numbers. That will be, positive means greater than 0, so 0 not included, 0 to infinity. I want to write all the negative numbers less than 0, so minus infinity to 0. See children, in interval, always the left side number will be small and the right side number will be bigger. Please understand. You cannot write 5, 0. So in interval, the left side number will be smaller, the right side number will be bigger. So this I cannot write 0 to minus infinity, I will write minus infinity to 0. So this is set of all the negative numbers. If I want R plus and 0 also, union means I am including 0, we write like this. So this will be from 0 to infinity, I will write like this. If in negative numbers I want 0 also, I will write like this, R minus union 0, that will be minus infinity to 0. Please understand children. R plus union R minus means this will be, union means addition, we include both the sets. All positive numbers and all negative numbers. Means the entire set of numbers but not 0. So this is R minus 0, R plus union R minus. All positive real numbers, all negative real numbers, that means all numbers but not 0, so R minus 0. Please copy these very important notations children. Please copy these important notations which are given. So now if I have a number line on which this is A and this is B, this is plus infinity, this is minus infinity. So set X such that A less than equal to X less than equal to B. And I write like this, X is a real number such that A less than equal to X less than equal to B. So X is a number greater than equal to A, less than equal to B, X is over here. Including A, including B. See, less than equal to, less than equal to. So this will be the interval AB definitions. X is a real number such that A less than X less than equal to B. X is greater than A, X cannot be equal to A, so open at A, closed at B, less than equal to B. X belongs to R A less than equal to X less than B. X can be equal to A but not B. So A, B. And X belongs to R such that A less than X less than B. That will be A, B. If I have a thing like this, X is a real number such that X less than A. X less than A means X is here. So this will be minus infinity to A. X belonging to R such that X less than equal to A. So that will be minus infinity to A. Close interval. Please see, X can be equal to A and less than A. From here to here. X belongs to R. X is greater than B. X is on this side. That will be from B to infinity. X belongs to R, X greater than equal to B. That will be B to infinity. Entire set of real numbers will be minus infinity to infinity. Only R plus, that will be 0 to infinity. Only R minus, that will be minus infinity to 0. Please copy the points, children. Please copy the points. Pause and copy. These are very important. So what is interval? Interval is a set of real numbers. Interval is a set of real numbers. It contains elements between two real numbers, and you can make out interval will be an infinite set, because between two real numbers there are how many real numbers? Infinite. So an interval is always an infinite set, whether it is open, closed, closed open, open closed, whatever. So an interval is a set of real numbers and it is an infinite set. Please note in your books. Okay. Power set I told you. Universal set. Children, what will be a universal set? Actually we say universal set means which contains all the elements in universe. But that is not correct. Universal set depends upon your choice. Like see, if you are studying in a school, maybe say St. Xavier School if you are studying, and if you want to make a study of students of class 11 science, then you take a bigger set which contains all the students of class 11 science. It can be all the students of St. Xavier School. So that can become your universal set, because that set will contain all the students of class 11 science about which you are studying. You may include all the students of the world. That also can be a universal set, but that would become too big. But anyway, you can do it. There is no harm in that. So if you want to make a set of study of students of class 11 science of St. Xavier's, then either you can select the students of St. Xavier's as universal set, you can select all the students of Kutch as your universal set, you can select all the students of Gujarat as the universal set, because in all those sets all students of class of 11 science of St. Xavier's will be included. So these sets can be universal set for the set of students of 11 science of St. Xavier's School. Like this you have to think. Supposing you are going to a college and you are doing mechanical engineering over there. So all the students of your college can become universal set for your set of students of mechanical engineering. Now supposing you are in first year of mechanical engineering. You are making a study of students of first year mechanical engineering of your college. Then all students of mechanical engineering of your college can become universal set. All students of mechanical engineering in entire India can also become a universal set. All students of engineering of all the fields of all the colleges in India can also become a universal set. So I hope you are clear. Universal set can depend upon our choice. Okay. Now we have got certain sums. Make correct statement by filling the symbol of subset or not subset in the space provided. So there is 2, 3, 4, and there is space over here, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. all elements over here are present over here. So this is subset of this, so I write subset. Then A, B, C, B, C, D, all elements of here are not present over here, so I write not a subset. Children following? Then X is a student of class 11th of your school. So you are in a certain school, and X is a student of class 11th of your school, and X is a student of your school. Like this. So will this be a subset of this? Yes, because whatever will be here will be there only the students of class 11, whereas here all the students will be there. So all elements of this will be present over here. So this is subset. We have to think like this. Then X is a circle in the plane, and X is a circle in the same plane of radius 1 unit. So we have got X is a circle in the plane, and then X is a circle of radius equal to 1 unit. So children, you know that this will contain all the circles of radius half unit, 1 unit, 2 unit, 3 unit, 4 unit, whatever. This will contain all the circles, whereas this will contain circles only of radius 1 unit. That means all elements of this will be over here. So this will be subset and this will be superset. So we write superset like this. Okay, like this. Or you can use not a subset. This is not subset of this, because all elements over here are not present over here. So you can use any one symbol. X is a triangle in a plane. X is a triangle in a plane. X is a circle in the same plane. Circle in same plane with radius equal to 1 unit. Now children, this contains all the triangles, and this circle, this contains only the circles of radius 1 unit. So whatever elements are over here, they are not present over here. So what do we write? Not a subset. So like this, children, you have to think. Then very interesting questions are there. Please concentrate nicely. See, examine whether are true or false. A, B not subset of A, B, C. Is it correct? All elements of this set are present over here. So this should be subset. So this is false. Then A and E subset of X is a vowel in English alphabet. X is a vowel in English alphabet. That means it can be A, E, I, O, U. All elements here are present over here. So it is subset. So true. This is correct. 1, 2, 3 subset of 1 to 5. False. 3 is here, 3 is not here, but this cannot be subset, so this is false. A subset of A, B, C, correct? Because all elements of this set are present over here, so this is true, subset is correct. A belongs to A, B, C. Now children, if I look at this set, what are the elements of this set? Supposing A is A, B, C. Understand nicely. So these are elements which are separated by comma, they are elements. So I will write A belongs to A, B belongs to A, and C belongs to A. A belongs to A. This does not belong to A. This belongs to A. This does not belong to A. So therefore false. Please understand nicely. What are belonging to A, B, C? Can you see the sign of braces on this A? No. So this belongs to A, that is false. Please understand nicely. Okay. Then, this is a very good question, children. Please concentrate. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Children, this is a set actually, and let me call it set B. So A will become 1, 2, B, 5. Now children, what are the elements of A? Let us write. 1 belongs to A, 2 belongs to A, B, that means 3, 4 belongs to A, 5 belongs to A. Those which are separated by a comma, they are elements. So these are elements of A. Does 3 belong to A? No. Can you see 3 over here? 3 is not there. Does 4 belong to A? No. You cannot see 4 over here. B, that means 3, 4 belongs to A. Yes, that is correct. That is correct. So 1 belongs to A, 2 belongs to A, B, matlab 3, 4 belongs to A, 5 belongs to A, 3 does not belong to A, 4 does not belong to A. We can't see 3 and 4 over here. No. 1 is there, 2 is there, B is there, 5 is there. We cannot see 3 or 4 over here, just like comma separated. Can we see 3 or 4? We cannot see. B means what? This 3, 4. Not separate 3, not separate 4. So 3 does not belong to A, 4 does not belong to A. Please understand. Does this is one subset of A? What are the elements in this set? 1. Can you see one element in A? Yes. So this is true. Does 2 is subset of A? Yes. Is set with element 3 subset of A? Yes. Is set with element B subset of A? Yes. In this set there is B and B is in A. That's correct. So this means what? Set with element 3, 4. Subset of A. That is true. Is 5 subset of A? Yes. Because in this set there is 5 and 5 is element of A. So all elements of this set are present in A, therefore true. Okay. Can I write one subset of A? Subset has to be a set. This is not a subset, this is an element. So this becomes false. 2 subset of A, false. 5 subset of A, false. B subset of A, false. Now you may say B is a set, so we are writing like this again. 3, 4 subset of A. A means what? 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Let us check it is false or not. Children, what are the elements in this set? 3 and 4. What are the elements in this set? 3 and 4. Can I see elements 3 or 4 over here? Are elements 3 and 4 over here? 3 does not belong to A, 4 does not belong to A. So this set contains elements 3 and 4, but this set does not contain elements 3 and 4. Therefore it is false. Please understand these two together nicely. Then, is 5 subset of A? True, because null set is subset of every set. Does 5 belong to A? Can you see in A this 5 element? It is not there. So this is false. Then, very interesting are there. Is 5 subset of A? This set contains element 5. This set contains element 5. Can you see this element over here? No, therefore false. Understand nicely. In this set we can see this element. Is this element seen in A? No, it is not seen. Therefore all elements of this set are not in A. Therefore it is not a subset. Then 1, 2, 5. Is it subset of A? Can we see 1 to 5 elements? Yes, it is correct. You have already written all those things. So that was about question number 3, children. Please pause and copy. Please pause and copy all these things. You will be able to understand. Write down all the subsets of following sets. I think you can do that. If A is a set 1, 2, 3, then what will be the subsets? Null set 1, 2, 3, then 1, 2, 2, 3, 1, 3, and then 1, 2, 3. Like this, right? I think you can manage that. Then, if A is null set, then what will be the power set of A? Power set of A will be all the subsets of A. A is null set, that means number of elements of A is 0. So what will be the number of subsets? That will be 2 raised to 0, that means 1. So A has got only one subset, that is phi itself, because null set is subset of every set. If you want to write the power set of A, this will be a set containing all the subsets. There is only one subset of A, and what is that subset? Null set. So how many elements are there in power set of A? 1. Number of elements in power set of A. We can see only one element, like this. Write the following as intervals, children. X belongs to R, minus 4 less than X less than equal to 6. How do I write it? Minus 4 and 6. Minus 4 only less than 6 less than equal to 6 पे close, open at minus 4. Then X belongs to R, minus 12 less than X less than minus 10. Less than equal to is not there. Open interval, minus 12 and minus 10. Then X belongs to R such that 0 less than equal to X less than 7. 0 less than equal to 0, 7. 7 पे like this because X less than 7. X is not equal to 7. Otherwise we would have put square bracket. X belongs to R less than 3 less than equal to X less than equal to 4. So 3, 4 like this. Please pause and copy, children. Write the following intervals in set builder form. So children, how do I write minus 3, 0? That will be X belongs to R such that minus 3 less than X less than 0. Why only less than? Because open interval. Then 6 and 12. That will be X belongs to R such that 6 less than equal to X less than equal to 12. Less than because closed. Then 6, 12. This is closed, I think. So X belongs to R such that 6 less than X less than equal to 12. Here closed, so less than equal to. Minus 23, 5. That will be X belongs to R such that minus 23 less than X less than equal to because square bracket and only less than 5. That's about it. What universal set would you propose for the following sets? Set of right angle triangles. So we can propose set of all the triangles. Set of isosceles triangles. Set of all the triangles. That will be universal set. We can propose set of all the geometrical figures also. Anyone. Given the sets A, 1, 3, 5. See children. A is a set 1, 3, 5. B is a set 2, 4, 6. And C is a set 0, 2, 4, 6, 8. Okay. Which of the following may be considered as universal sets for all the three sets? Which can be U? So U is given to me as 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Can be taken? Because if this is universal set, then it should contain all elements of A, B, C. 8 is not there, so this is not the correct choice. Universal set is superset of all the sets. All elements of A, B, C should come over here. This can be universal set for A because all elements of A are here. It can be for B also, but it cannot be for C. Then null set? Not at all, because this does not contain any element. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 up to 10. Yes, because this contains all elements of A, B, C. So this can be universal set for A, B, C, all the three. Then 1 to 8. Yes, because all elements of A, B, C are present over here. So this can be taken up, this can be taken up. Okay, children. I leave you with the teaser, children. Try to write power set of power set of power set of null set. Try to write in list form. We'll meet in the next video. And first answer I will give for this question. PPP5. Write the elements of this set. Thank you, children. God bless you.